Hello everybody, we're going to be testing out some color pencil techniques today, so let's start with the basics. First, if you can do me a favor and draw a rectangular shape similar to what I'm doing here on drawing paper, you're then going to break it up into three sections. One, two, and three there. Take any color you want other than yellow and practice with the pressure by running the color across the page to see what happens if you go really intense with it, really light with it. You know, but if you get a real jagged like line work here, like I'm showing right here, you got to practice on being a little smoother. We're going to fill all three of these rectangles now with nice light even pressure with a color pencil. If you have trouble getting light pressure, try holding your hand further back in the color pencil like I just showed with my hands so you don't push down so hard. Now let's go into the first rectangle and try to get a nice even medium intensity of any color pencil you choose. Okay? That will help you control how to intensely coat with the colored pencil. You can go really heavy or really light. What we're going to do now is we're going to try changing values. So you can take the same color pencil, try releasing pressure as you move across from more intense to less intense. Practice this as many times as you need to try to get a nice sense of flow. If you have a lot of stops and starts, you need to practice more. And in the second rectangle, try fading from more intense to less intense, from left to right and right to left. What we're also going to do in the third rectangle now is we're going to go more intense on the outer edges of the rectangle, and we're going to get lighter towards the center. So watch how I'm going from all the angles from the outside of it towards the center. You're going to notice I'm going to have a light value right in the middle. It almost looks round. Now pick an opposite color. I'm picking something like a purple and try putting that in the more intense areas of the green like I have, and then fade it out very quickly. It's going to change the color of this green to be this almost deep greenish purplish color. It's a really beautiful color actually. Try to fade it out really quickly. Then have some fun. Pick another color that's maybe a light color like a yellow or an orange and put it in the lightest area and then work it back into the color. And you're going to see a completely different color variation happening. You can even mix that color into the second rectangle we did to show how you create different versions of colors just by mixing another color in very lightly. Create some really beautiful things. Now we're going to put this technique into practice. So what I want you to do is draw something simple. I'm going to draw a little house here so you can follow along what I do. Draw a little shape, maybe a little door, a little window, simple little sketch. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pick any color you want other than yellow and fill in the siding on this house. So I picked orange, nice light coat, again, light simple coverage. There we go. You can get more intense with it if you want. And then on the roof, I put a light brown. Now we're going to create a light source. So I'm going to create a nice happy little sun here. And its rays are going to be behind the house shooting down. And now I'm going to go back with the orange, but go more intense with the areas that would not receive a lot of light from the sun. You can follow exactly how I'm doing this. I'm going to do a little cast shadow coming off of it, and then a little bit of green for grass around it. But I notice I'm not going very intensely. But I did just push the green a little harder into that cast shadow. I'm now taking the opposite of orange, which is a blue. And you can see the blue, when it mixes in there with the orange, it's getting kind of brownish. Now, here's the trick. I'm bringing the orange back over the blue, the orange that I used before, and it's helping to mix the colors. I'm using a little bit of black now to intensify the darks, just a little bit. And on the roof, I'm taking the same brown and creating some details on the siding. Again, I'm using the black again to just bring out some details. Using the orange to clean some areas up. Now I'm taking some yellow, putting it into the brighter areas, and it helps change and create a sense of light from the sun coming down. Just for some details, I'm going to add a couple little pieces of fencing just for like details, just to kind of play around. Again, you can do anything you want here just to kind of mess around with this. Then I'm going to do a nice light coat of blue in the background. Again, practicing the technique of doing a nice light coat I can always intensify it more later. Thank you very much.